Now that you've really mastered the backside horizontal steep, you can quickly transition into a continuous prayer steep using the in transition that we started learning with at the beginning of the last lesson. So to turn this transition into a prayer steep, it's only going to require a few modifications. Imagine there's a clock on the wall in front of you, and your right hand with the flexed wrist at your belly button is at 6 o'clock. Your left hand is anxious and eager. As you start that clockwise motion, your thumb and index fingers begin to touch somewhere around 9 o'clock, closing your palms so that the pinky side is up for the staff to rotate on at the top. And now you're still going to bring your right arm down and around, but your left arm is going to push out to that victory angle with the pinky side up and the back side of your arm parallel to the sky, so that the staff can roll down that arm and begin the steep again. When learning the prayer steep, instead of starting at the beginning of a steep and then getting to the prayer after you've done 4 other moves, you can just start at the transition and then gradually work your way up piece by piece until you're doing the whole thing continuously. In this instance, you can use your left hand to set it on your right wrist with the center line more towards the pinky side wrist bone. You're going to push it using your left hand into your right thumb side lock and outside forearm. If you bend your elbow a little with your elbow higher and your hand lower, you can kind of feel that point where you have that rotation and the wick on the left can kick back towards your ribs. You're going to use your left hand to hold that leverage until you let go, but then you have to be ready to continue the rest of the prayer move. So as soon as you let go, think about joining your left and right hand like we did when we were just practicing without the staff. The end that starts out on the right is still going to come to that 1 o'clock position before you shoot your left hand out to create the slope for it to go down. So it's on the right, comes around, it's at 1 o'clock again before it goes around. Using your left hand to push it into that right wrist lock and paying attention to the end that starts on the right, you're going to start that clockwise motion, join your hands, send that left arm out to the side and your right arm to catch the staff when it comes around. Again, if you need to, you can turn your body to slow it down, but I would advise you to also learn it standing still so that you're in control of where the staff goes. And now, hooray, the other side. This time we're going to be starting with our left hand in front with a flexed wrist as though there were a clock painted on the wall in front of us. Our hand is at 6 o'clock and we're going to be going counterclockwise this time. Our right hand is going to join thumbs and index fingers when our hand gets to 3 o'clock. At 12, the pinky side is in prayer position up at the top, and this time our left hand is going to come around and down with the pinky side up and a bit of a crooked elbow, while our right hand is going to pinky side up, push that palm out into the gradual victory angle that will give us a nice, smooth, horizontal roll down our arm. With the staff, you're going to use your right hand to put it on your left wrist with a flexed wrist, closer to the pinky side wrist bone, and you're going to push it. You kind of bend your left elbow a little bit so it's higher than the staff, but the back of your hand is holding it from the front a bit lower until you've got the kind of leverage that can send that end on the right back towards your ribs. You're going to use your right hand to hold it there until you are ready to make that counterclockwise rotation. But as soon as you let go, you need to prepare that thumb and index finger to meet up with your left hand so that you can come into the prayer position, pinky side parallel to the sky at the top. Right hand, left wrist, close your palms, send that right arm out to a victory angle and your left arm comes down and around. If you were looking up at it, the staff itself is spinning counterclockwise.